Hello everybody, I'm back with a daily puzzle for Advanced Challenge. So let's have a look at the puzzle from last video. So this is white to play and checkmate in a few moves. Now let's see how white can do this. Okay, so there's a number of checks and captures in this position that look very appealing. One of them is knight takes f7, another few bishop g6, the only check in the position, knight takes e6, queen takes e6, and there's also a few threats. Now there are captures like bishop a5, but I'm sure you realize there's simply queen a5. Okay. And there is also moves like h4, h5, and queen h3 that we have to consider. Okay, now let's look at them one by one. Let's start with knight takes f7. Well, if knight takes f7, black simply plays king takes h7. Unfortunately, it's actually black who is winning. Despite all the material, despite all the crushing attack, white has nothing after king g7, knight takes e6, and, for example, king f7. And now, unfortunately for white, he has no good moves. If he plays knight g5, well then simply king e8 and queen e6, knight e7. And unfortunately for white, black defends and controls the attack. And if you try to go for the exchange, well, now black plays, and after, for example, queen g5, black can play knight e7, bishop f5, queen d8, bishop e7, knight h7. There's a lot of moves in this position that are good for white, for black. And black should win, as he has three pieces, he has a bishop, an extra bishop, and two extra knights, and all white has for it is a rook, and we all know that's not enough compensation. So, this idea doesn't work. We have to also notice in this position, white is actually down a piece. So, move that quickly. Knight takes e6. Now, this is a move we'll consider at the end, because it is the correct answer. But let's see the other moves. Okay, so bishop g6 is left also. Bishop g6, but now once again after fg, it's the same story. Okie dokie. So not bishop g6 either. Queen e6, well, obviously f e6, and that's horrible. So not queen e6 either. No, queen h3. Now this move is actually interesting. But the unfortunate problem is after rook h8, white has absolutely nothing. h4, h5. Now this looks very good because you're playing h5 and you're completely crashing through. But since black is up a piece, he has ways to escape. He has things like f6, some tactical tricks, knight e7, but black should be able to win. But white has a lot of chances and might get away with a win or a draw. But black should be able to win. Okie dokie. So let's look at the correct answer. It is knight takes e6, as I said earlier. So now there's a number of moves that we have to consider. So there's f e6, there's king h8, king h7, and king h6. Let's look at the worst one first. King h6 runs into queen h4 or queen h3 checkmate. Alright, so after knight e6, king h7 looks logical. Well, then there's queen g4, and after king g8, knight g7, knight g5, sorry, white is just winning. If you move the rook, you place check, and that's mate. And after king g8, so king h7 is the answer, and after king h8, white simply plays queen to h3. A slow and subtle move, but a very lethal one at that. The threat is simply bishop takes g6 check and queen h7 mate, and black has nothing to do about it. And f takes e6 the main line. Well, now queen g6, king h8. And if you didn't get this puzzle right, I'd like you to stop the video and try to figure out the winning move for white. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, so the winning move is a brilliant one. Bishop g8. So what's the idea? Well, you're threatening queen to h7 check. And if black plays rook to g8, well then queen h6 is mate. And obviously if black plays a move like rook f7, white is clearly winning, for example, if the bishop f7 or queen f7. But bishop f7 is the most accurate. So black has no chance. Let's have a look at the next puzzle for today. So this one is black to play and win in a few moves. Good luck solving the puzzle, my friends, and if you're enjoying my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell button until the next video. Adios, everybody.